Good afternoon. This is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we have made it to banlist season. I'm super happy to say that the format's definitely been shaken up for the better, it looks like, because holy crap, we got a whole bunch of hits and a lot of upgrades for a lot of cool decks. So let's start with the hits. First things first, Kashtira. Thank God Mindhacker is gone. Diablosis was a piece of shit card, and I'm super happy that it's gone forever. Keep that thing banned, and I never want to see it again. I think Unicorn going to 2 is kind of a joke. They really wanted to hit that deck permanently hit it. They probably would have put Unicorn to 1, but I'll take what I can get. 2 Unicorn. I guess it's a little less consistent, even though really you still have 3 Field Spell, 3 Theosis, 3 Fenrir, 2 Unicorn. You still have like 20 billion ways to get to it, not to mention Prosperity. That's not really a consistency hit. Putting it to 1 is kind of a joke, but who cares because we hit the XYZ. So I believe in the OCG, I don't mark me as I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure in the OCG they just have Fenrir and Unicorn at 1. And that deck's actually still doing well because Mindhacker and the XYZ is still at 3. Now, I don't think they play 3 XYZ of either one, but still those 2 are still legal. And in our format, we have finally put Kibosh to having 3 of that really, really annoying XYZ. No more Macrocosmos. Well, they will have 1 of them, but if you out that Macrocosmos, the deck becomes Fenrir Control, and let's just say I don't think it's that much of a meta-defying terror as it was. If you out the XYZ, or literally just Dark Ruler them, you kind of just win the duel, which is pretty solid. Now, that's enough about Kashtira. Let's talk about the next deck, Math Mech. They lost Circular. They still have 8 ways to get to it, but it's a lot less consistent now. Signet, Mining, Small World, any 2 level 4s that can make the XYZ out of Bershin, who can search it, and also just the 1 copy itself. So I believe that's 8 copies. Oh, I guess it's Prosperity if you're playing Prosperity. That's a lot of ways to get to that card. But I still think the consistency of that deck is hurt enough that I'm less afraid of it. Math Mech has always been a very powerful linear deck, but now there's only 1 copy of Circular is going to be less consistent. Let's be honest here. And as long as you hit Signet and Small World, the deck's going to brick a lot more, which is solid. Now, I don't get me wrong, don't count Math Mech out yet. I think it'll become an engine for a lot of other powerful decks like Code Talker and things of that nature. But as of like a pure Math Mech deck, it might be gone. And I don't want to say, I say it might be because there's always a chance some idiot, or some, I guess, genius in this case, comes up with a new version of the deck, playing 1 Circular, and can still do the whole thing just fine. Like 20 billion% consistency, no worries. And you know what? They probably can. But hopefully, I guess with 1 Circular, pure Math Mech is dead. Hopefully. Copium, we'll just have to see. Next deck I want to talk about that got hit. Well, didn't really get hit. That has to be Branded. Branded is a terrifying deck and a hit Expulsion, which is great. Issue, we literally printed a new version of Expulsion that's a secret rare this set. So, yeah, get used to getting Puppet Lock. That ain't going anywhere. I will say this though, Branded is still terrifying even without the Getting Puppet Lock, but they definitely lose more to Ash Blossom than ever before, because now, if you can stop them from accessing the fusion, you really, really, really win, because yeah, they can't really access Mirror Jade, which means they can't access the other fusion, which means it's literally Cartesia Pass, baby, and or Brandon Red. It's literally one of those 2 or pass, which is definitely beatable. So I'll look forward to Kashtira being out of the meta, Branded. Well, I don't think Cash is going to be out of the meta, but I definitely be a lot weaker, a lot less people playing it. Math Mech Pure, at least, hopefully out of meta, and Branded, still going to be a really powerful deck. Like I said, they only lost Expulsion, but I definitely think the consistency of the lock is definitely hurt, because it's a lot harder to go into the fusion than it is just to search out the trap. Thus, I think that it's a lot easier to stop them, which is good. More ways to stop that deck, the better, please. Next thing we gotta discuss, besides hits, Runic. Runic looks really good right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, they have only 2 fountain, and oh my god, they hit the Naturia trap. But let's be real here. Oh, I guess Sprite. Let's talk about Runic and Sprite, because I think that's the best version of Runic. But yeah, cool. Sprite went to 2. Who cares? Naturia Sprite, not Naturia Sprite. What am I saying? Naturia Runic and Sprite Runic are still going to be very, very powerful decks, and if not even more popular now than they were previous format, because they barely got touched on the ban list, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because a lot of people were kind of sad if those decks got hit really, really hard, because they weren't really in this format. But now that the other decks were hit this format, they're back in this format, and they're kind of scary now. So expect different versions of Sprite running around. The what's it called? I don't know if the Fur Hire version still will be played, but that might be still a relevant deck. And expect Naturia Runic to make a comeback. Yes, they put the trap to 1, but who cares? The deck can recycle it anyway. And let's be honest, Molt Cricket and the level 4 is the real heart and soul of that deck. So you still have full combo, baby. Let's go Naturia. Other things to talk about on the ban list. Scarecrow. They murdered my boy Scarecrow. I guess he's not really my boy, but I really like Super Heavy Samurais. But yeah, they kind of deserve the hit. All these 1-card combo BS that end on like an unbreakable board that can't even be Dark Ruler because they summon a Spell Canceller or Cyberstein really, really sucks. I'm glad to hit Cyberstein. That's happy. I'm glad to hit Scarecrow, which is good. Also, not only does Super Heavy Samurai becoming like a tier 2 deck like impact the format, it also makes Droll less good this format, which is amazing because that's the only thing that hurt my Punk deck. If you don't know, Punks is my deck. I love it. I love Gold Pride Punk. I love Gold Pride Punk Furion. I love Gold Pride Punk Dynamorphia. Name the version, I play it, and I love it. Check out my videos on them. I love that deck. And if Droll is now leaving the format, the deck gets a lot better, especially when any other deck ceiling goes lower. Speaking of ceilings that are questionably going lower, like I said, Super Heavy Samurai is really, really weak right now. All the combos are 2-card combos, and I don't know. I don't know if the deck can still do it. I saw this version online of like, ooh, without Scareclaw, you can still do the combos pretty well. You still play the same amount of hand traps. But I honestly think that the deck is just going to brick way too much more now. It requires like a 2 to 3 card combos, especially through interruptions. I just don't see with the current builds it doing well. I can definitely see like a more combo oriented, like more extenders put into the deck that like combo harder and like play into boards. But I don't see like still playing the 30 hand traps that deck was playing. I definitely think they're gonna cut down on the hand traps. I probably play maybe like 6 or 10 or 8. Definitely a lot less than they already were, which was like 17 at the time. So let's go for that. Also, let's hope Droll becomes a side deck card and not a main deck card. Punks. They didn't get anything on this ban list, but they didn't get hit either. So let's go. Also, because every other deck got hit, including Super Heavy Samurai, Droll's out of style, hopefully. Meaning my deck is stronger than ever. Let's go, baby. I can't wait to make a deck profile on this new format and what the deck can do going forward. Speaking about decks that can do great things going forward, Sword Soul looks terrifying now. The new Danlong and Yang Zing combos, I've seen a lot of cool videos on that deck, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's no longer just Baron Blackout plus T-Shao Pass. It's literally like 3 synchros plus a counter trap. It's a very scary deck now, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing it. I want to see what the Yang Zing do for that deck. And it's not only what's called Sword Soul that's getting boosted by the Yang Zings, but Dinosaurs. They're looking hella good this format. With only one Macrocosmos and Kashtira, Dinosaurs look like to be the best, not the best deck, but a really strong contender. They're getting new support literally this week, so holy shit, that's good. But also, all the other decks got hit in a way that benefits this deck, and they got Danglong back, which is kind of insane. So Dinosaurs, Yang Zing with the Transcendent Drakes might be a terrifying deck going forward. We'll just have to see. But be on the lookout for Dinosaurs. That might be taking the meta by storm, or it might flop. Who knows? But from my opinion, I think Dinosaurs is a very scary deck going forward. Same thing with Sword Soul. Both those decks got boosted from this ban list more than every other deck. So be on the lookout for that. I guess Sky Striker did too. Let's talk about Sky Striker, the elephant in the room. Do I think with Sky Striker having 2 engage and 3 multi-roll, is the deck gonna be great? Maybe. I don't know. Personally, I think it's a little copium. I think Sky Striker as an engine, I think that's gonna be really, really solid in the upcoming formats, especially once that new XYZ comes out. Well, not XYZ, the new Link comes out. I think Sky Striker as an engine is going to be really, really solid as an engine, as a deck. But right now, as like pure Sky Striker, I think 2 engage definitely boosts its consistency. But the Sky Striker still want to be going second deck. As a going second deck, I don't know. You tell me in the comments if you think Sky Striker will be like top 10 best decks in this format. I personally don't think so, but I definitely think it's a good, strong rogue option, especially if you're very familiar with the deck. I think with the right pilot, Sky Striker can go far, especially since even Sky Striker last format was doing okay, at least local level. But let's keep going. So, other things to talk about with this ban list of ban lists. Besides Cyberstun going, Thunderbird, well not Thunderbird, but what's that damn bird? Allied Justice Birdman? That has some cool little potential. Also, Spiral's finally got that one guy, quick fix. Let's go, baby. And of course, Blaster. Hey, fire decks be good, right? I think all those decks are copium that are going to use those cards. But I think it'd be really, really funny to see them do. So let's just see. And that's really about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't do anything stupid. That's my predictions for the next coming format. I think Dinosaurs and Yang Zings, that whole engine's going to be really, really strong. Sword Soul's going to be looking really good. Branded, still pretty powerful. I don't like, again, Explosion isn't really that big of a hit. But hey, let's go. My deck looks great because, again, if Droll leaves the format, we're kind of killing it as a punk player. Let's go, baby. And, yeah, Sprite looks good too. Like I said, Sprite only going to literally starter going to 2 or going to 1, wherever it went to. It is not a big deal. It is not a big deal for Sprite, especially with Naturia. Same thing. Those 2 decks are going to be a lot more prevalent in this format, which is scary, but still cool. So look forward to playing Cosmics in the side deck. That's really about it. Hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.